my channel or welcome back. Today I'm talking about Kingdom again. You saw it in the title. Today I'm going to be reading your Kingdom predictions about what's going to go on in the show. So before we get into that, I did want to just say, I guess, some updates that are happening with the show. There was some issue with the budget, with the stage budget for the teams, because 3 teams knew about the budget or had a budget and 3 teams didn't for their stage design and all that stuff. So, and a PD just forgot to mention it. I don't really get how that works, but whatever, not my business. But anyways, there will be no eliminations because Mnet is already messing up. So there will be no eliminations, which is a win, but it came from kind of a fail. So I guess we'll see how that round really plays out with 3 teams kind of at an advantage and 3 teams not, but also there are other factors that go into it. Whatever, we'll discuss it when it happens, so stick around for that. So let's get into your predictions. It was just a little 2-question Google form. The first one was leave your predictions, tell me what they are, and the second one is who do you think will win. So for the first one, there was a couple people who just said names, and I respect it. ATEEZ, The Boyz, Stray Kids. There was a couple of short ones that I was just I don't know, but I hope they all have fun. Honestly, same. Me too. I hope that it's just an enjoyable experience. Since I'm Adobe, of course I'm gonna pick The Boyz, even though they're quite underrated, just hoping that they'll be able to go on final stage. I agree. I also am Adobe and want The Boyz to win. The word underrated, I think, has a lot of, depends on the context that you're saying it in. So usually when people say The Boyz are underrated, I'm I don't really know what you mean by that. But now, in this context, I think they kind of are. They're kind of like the underdogs because they were on Road to Kingdom and won that to be a part of this competition, So we'll see how it goes. The next one says Stray Kids will win. You guys want to know my predictions? I also think that Stray Kids will win. My guess for the top 3 groups is iKON, Stray Kids, and The Boyz. In what order? I don't know. Also, and since there's no eliminations, which we just found out, it's kind of a win for everyone. They'll get to, have all of those stages. So for me, my opinion, it's either Stray Kids or The Boyz that will rank first, but overall the groups did an amazing job on their performance. So I think this is in reference to their intro performance, and I agree. I think it will be Stray Kids or The Boyz or iKON, like I mentioned. And yeah, they all did an amazing job. I literally can't wait to rewatch all the performances. Finally! The next one, I believe since SF9 had a more calmer stage than the others, besides BTOB, I think they're really gonna show off their true colors when it comes to dance, like in KO, RPM, Now or Never, etc. If Stray Kids or The Boyz cover a BTOB song or an iKON song, OMG Chef's Kiss. Honestly, facts on facts. I also think that SF9 I think that they're really gonna surprise people. I think that they're gonna just have some awesome stages. So I'm excited to see what they do. If they do end up covering each other's songs, which I heard is around maybe the first round, I don't know. Yeah, I think that those would be cool as well. Next one. I adore all of the Kingdom's participating groups, and it's difficult for me to prefer just one. SF9, The Boyz, and ATEEZ are my ultimate stan groups, and the rest are my semi-stan groups. Oh. We don't know what will happen, but I do hope no one will get harmed through this rivalry. To be honest, as a multi-stan, I'm more interested in interactions than in war. Aw. I'm hoping that stans will recognize these talented and passionate groups, and that's entirely the point. Oh, this is such a pure prediction. I also hope that the interactions are good and the fan wars are at a minimum. BTOB may not win the show, but they will win crowds. I think that I will be part of the crowd that they win. I'm gonna be real honest. If I'm standing BTOB after this, don't be surprised. So this one has a lot of separate ones, so I'm gonna talk about them separately. Multi-stan here, I think the likes of ATEEZ and Stray Kids will failed to show versatility and will repeat the same dark victory concept throughout the show, making them blend in a little as two. Nonetheless, I think towards the end, they'll have managed to escape the glue and deliver something fresh. I agree with this. I also feel like ATEEZ and Stray Kids, like, they have concepts that really work for them and they really excel in, but that could be like a hindrance if they don't, you know, move far enough away from that. How far out of the box do we want to go? Like, will the risk be worth it, you know? So I think those are probably conversations that they'll be having. But yeah, that was a great point. Next, they said, I think BTOB will deliver excellent vocals and maybe, if we're lucky, a dance routine. I think they will end up placing either third or fourth. Same. Like I mentioned, I'm not well versed in BTOB. I really know so little about them. So I'm excited to see their stages. I think iKON will do well if they go above and beyond, like in true iKON fashion. Hopefully they perform a hit of theirs and manage to pluck a few impressive moves in. Their stage presence should be their strong point. Ooh, okay, I'll look out for it. Because also iKON I'm not as well versed in. The last part of this one says, I think the boys will win because they have the Road to Kingdom storyline going for them, along with the talent, duality, and performances to back up all these claims. They can successfully do cute concepts and dark concepts, and not only that, but they have Kevin Moon, the ace of storytelling. I'm looking forward to them and rooting for them. This is cute. As a competitor, I feel like, yeah, their storyline and like the concepts and like their commitment to the theme is something that I really love as their fan, and that I think audiences really loved in Road to Kingdom. So I totally agree with this as well. Their creativity in those aspects is like what did set them apart, and I think it will keep setting them apart in Kingdom as well. So yeah, if that was your submission, thank you. That was so good. The next one says, BTOB will surprise everyone who think they're only a ballad group. They'll show their more theatrical side with storytelling and world-class vocals, and also get back in touch with dance group BTOB. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. Let's do it. I don't know, but Hongjoong gonna be sexy for sure. And I know who wrote this, and honestly, you're right. So yes. This one says, personally, I really hope that Hyunjin will be able to join Stray Kids on Kingdom. I also think that all the groups will be amazing, so I'm really looking forward to it. I feel this one. It's just like a sucky situation, especially for him as one of their main performance people, to be out for a show that is performance based. Sad. Yeosang will win. You're right. I love Yeosang. Also interested to see which members that Mnet chooses to like highlight when people are talking, or when they do the little like interview, like solo, whatever. Like, it's usually a few select members of every group. So I wonder if they will do that on here. I wonder if they will talk about the missing members, like for like Hyunjin and Mingi, like if they'll mention that or not. I don't know. Next one says, so if I'm gonna compare the Kingdom groups to Queendom groups, Stray Kids is like G-Idol. They're both young, and they have someone on their groups that compose and rearrange for them, and I kind of get the same vibes. They won't win, but will benefit the best. Interesting. I kind of think Stray Kids will win, but yeah, I think that of course they'll benefit. I think that everyone in this show will benefit. I'm interested to see kind of like what you mentioned, like who will benefit the most. G-Idol is so popular, so like if this happens to any of these groups, that'll be so crazy. Next, they compared BTOB to Park Bom because their strength is singing, but I think BTOB will rank higher than Park Bom does, but they won't win also. Oh, I don't know the ranking for Queendom. I think that Park Bom was near the bottom And I think Mamamoo won, but I don't know like everything in between. SF9, they compared them to Lovelyz and said they're great performers, and I can see SF9 trying new concepts and won't pay at the end. Just like how Lovelyz tried different concepts, but they are best in their own original concepts. I actually don't know anything about Lovelyz, but I do think that SF9 will like try something new and different with this, so that's cool. And then iKON to Mamamoo, I think iKON will win this. They have the same vibes for me and really great at whatever they do and have notable members. I think that that's true, for sure. The boys they compared to Oh My Girl definitely will get more recognition domestically than internationally. They have the underdog storyline, so just like Oh My Girl, they will be on second place. I think this is the most accurate to how I feel about the boys, along with kind of talking about their storyline. Like, I think that they will grow domestically a lot because of this, and that's what happened to them with Road to Kingdom, so I think that that growth will continue. I think they have a lot of international fans. I don't really know how people will judge that, but I think ATEEZ will place throughout the competition like AOA, not in the bottom, not in the top. Ooh. And then their final ranking predictions were iKON, the boys, Stray Kids, BTOB could be switched with Stray Kids at 3, ATEEZ, and then SF9. So iKON winning and then SF9 at the bottom was this person's final ranking prediction. Very interesting and kind of similar to mine. So yeah, thank you. The last one, TBZ are going to make yet another amazing performance. I hope they can switch songs with other groups. I would love to see that. Listen, same. I think there's only one round where they switch songs with like another group that's participating on the show, but I think that the boys do great covers no matter what. I think that's another aspect of why they did so well on Road to Kingdom. So those are all the written responses, and then the second question was just like, who do you think will win? And I'll show the chart here. Bam, 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 look at the chart. So the ranking based on this chart of like 1st to 6th place would be the boys, Stray Kids, ATEEZ, BTOB, iKON, and SF9. So we'll see if, you know, all 31 of your guys' brains were correct. Yes, the results are swayed towards the boys. Everybody act surprised. I work in public health and social science research like full time, so like I know how biased this is, but it's for fun. Can we have fun? This was fun to do. Maybe I'll do more in the future. Maybe I'll get more than 30 responses. Overall, I just want this show to go well. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want there to be any stupid fan wars or rumors. I hate fan wars. I think it's so stupid to fight about men who don't know you to other people on the internet who don't know you. That don't make no sense to me. So I'm like scared about those, but I'm excited about literally everything else. Like I mentioned a million times, my prediction, I want the boys to win because they're my old group and I just want the world for them in general. But I'm excited for everyone, and I think that there's gonna be some bomb performances. I'm really looking forward to getting to know iKON and BTOB more. And yeah, I just feel like, I just feel it in my soul that like Stray Kids is going to give one of my favorite performances. Like I just feel it. That's another one of my predictions. So yeah, that was some of your guys' predictions. Thank you so much for submitting any, if you did. If you did not submit and you have others, leave them down below. If you agree with what other people said, let's start a convo. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.